$18 million awarded from the Tribal Broadband Connectivity Program. FBA's Optic Path training program continues to expand. Washington State sues T-Mobile. Disney plans to acquire a majority stake in Fubo TV, but says goodbye to Venue Sports. Those stories and more on This Week in the Broadband Universe. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Craig Corbin. Awards totaling upwards of $18 million this week from the second round of funding in the Tribal Broadband Connectivity Program. 7 tribal entities have been selected to receive the awards. Atuchukun LLC has the largest award at more than $7.3 million. $2.7 million will go to the Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa Indians of North Dakota. $2.4 million to Standing Rock Telecommunications, also of North Dakota. The Confederated Tribes and Bands of the Yakama Nation in Washington State will use a $2.2 million award to establish community internet connection resources and create digital training opportunities at the Yakama Nation Library. Also slated to receive funding, Saddleback Communications in Arizona, $1.6 million, along with the native villages of Tetlan and Belkovsky in Alaska. Optic Path, the Fiber Broadband Association's optical telecom installer certification program, now holds the distinction of becoming only the second credentialed program offered by WIA, the Wireless Infrastructure Association. Optic Path will become part of WIA's Telecommunications Education Center, which is a world-class training resource for telecom employers. Optic Path, a comprehensive fiber optic technician certification course, which prepares graduates to install, test, troubleshoot, and maintain fiber networks and other broadband infrastructure. An estimated 180,000 workers will be needed over the next decade in order to fulfill planned federal and state broadband funded projects. In addition, FBA's Optic Path program has been officially endorsed by the North Carolina Workforce Credential Advisory Council, with availability at the College of Albemarle and Wilson Community College. The program also now offered by Morrison Institute of Technology in Illinois, Southside Virginia Community College, the University of Arkansas Hope Texarkana, Mississippi Delta Community College, and the Bledsoe County School District in Tennessee. The April 2024 Federal Communications Commission order reclassifying Internet service under Title II has been set aside by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Sixth Circuit in Cincinnati. The FCC will no longer be able to enforce a wide range of telecommunications regulations on Internet service providers. Previously, ISPs were typically classified as lightly regulated Title I information services. Washington State taking legal action against T-Mobile over a massive data breach that compromised personal information of more than 2 million state residents. The breach, which took place in 2021, affected a total of 79 million T-Mobile customers nationwide. The company has been hit with a number of class action lawsuits and agreed in 2022 to pay $350 million in compensation. The FCC also fined T-Mobile $31.5 million for failure to protect customer data. Disney has announced a coming $220 million acquisition of a majority stake in Fubo TV, with plans to merge the streaming service with its Hulu Plus Live TV MVPD service. The impending merger would also put a lid on a testy battle between the two companies over Disney's collaboration with Fox and Warner Brothers Discovery on the new Venue Sports streaming service. All current litigation has been settled as part of the deal. Fubo has also secured a new carriage agreement with Disney, allowing for the creation of a new sports and broadcast service featuring Disney's sports and broadcast networks, which include ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, SEC Network, ACC Network, and ESPN News. The newly combined businesses will be led by Fubo co-founder and CEO David Gandler. Of note, DirecTV and EchoStar have challenged the dismissal of the lawsuit. Now, perhaps most importantly, the collaborative sports streaming venture at heart of all of this hullabaloo has now been tossed onto the scrap heap. That's right, Venue Sports is no more. Disney, Fox, and Warner Brothers Discovery late this week announcing that their ambitious plans for a bundled sports streaming service no longer met the evolving demands of sports fans. All three organizations will continue to focus on existing products and distribution channels. Disney's ESPN plans to launch a standalone streamer at some point later this year. And on the topic of streaming, yet another sign that 2025 will be the year when streaming video generates more revenue than pay TV. Estimates from Omdia, that's a global analyst and advisory firm, are for streaming to bring in $213 billion this year, compared to $188 billion for pay TV. The top 5 streaming platforms will collectively have more than 818 million paid subscriptions worldwide. And finally, a good example of that transition to streaming, the debut episode of WWE's Monday Night Raw on Netflix had an audience of 4.9 million views. Now, that's 116% higher than Raw's 2024 average and higher than any other Monday Night Raw broadcast over the past 5 years. Netflix, now the exclusive home of Raw in the U.S., Canada, the U.K., Australia, and Latin America. Of course, it didn't hurt that Monday's event featured appearances from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, The Undertaker, and John Cena, who's officially kicking off his year-long farewell tour. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on This Week in the Broadband Universe.